Welcome back to the Sort of Truth podcast, the alcohol-fueled, chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sort of Truth series with a cup of craft brew on the side. I assure you, it's not what you think. I'm Nate.
And I'm Jade, and on this episode we are examining Chapter 29 of Blood of the Fold.
Very, very closely. Intimately closely. Extended eye contact closely.
Well, maybe not quite eye contact.
Okay.
So, this chapter starts with Catherine and Richard together, and he is struggling very hard to keep from following her into her room and to her bed. He keeps pulling Kaylin up in his mind when his resolve weakens, when he's like, oh, why am I resisting? Like, I could just do it. Why am I saying no? But eventually he is able to leave her in his room and go to his.
I thought it was interesting how it came in waves. At first, he was doing really well. Like, no, I got Kaylin. It's fine. And then the next time we see these two together, he's like, but maybe I could just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the next time, no, that would be wrong. I can't do this. And then this time, he's right at the bleeding edge of being able to say no.
Yeah. Like, he's actively fighting with himself the entire time.
So much so that he's actually had the thought, this is my limit.
Yeah.
I don't have any more will beyond this point. So if she keeps pushing, I am fucked. Or I'm gonna be?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And unfortunately, Richard's awesome strength breaks the fucking bolt to his room once he gets inside. So he's not exactly protected at this point because he broke the lock that would keep him from getting sexually assaulted in the night.
I love how he gets in there and he has to slam the bolt shut so hard to be like, thank fuck that's over. And he just breaks it. But then, then the door's not locking. So naturally move rooms, right? Yeah,
no, he just, I like that he looked at it for a minute and he was like, oh, it's hanging there. All right, fuck it. What? You were like aggressively shutting it and locking it to keep yourself safe.
Right, that was for a reason.
Now it's just fucking broken? Put your sword through the door. Isn't that a thing you can do? With a handle, you can just like...
It depends on the door handle, but if
true.
It is like a square handle to where it creates a loop, then you could shove it through the door. Unless it opens into the room.
Yeah, that
which I'm guessing it does.
Or just stick your head out to your guards who are out there and be like, hey, don't want her in there.
Well, and also, you're the Lord Rawl.
Yeah.
Hey, I busted the lock. Can you fix this?
Yeah.
Like, now-ish?
Get somebody here right fucking now. But he's all sweaty and he's distracted and he knows, like you said, he's at the end of his ability to resist. So what he does instead is like goes outside and thinks about rolling in the snow to cool off. And
like he had to get fresh air.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. So horny. Can't resist.
He doesn't understand why he's feeling this way if he loves Kaylin, because he fucking loves her. Why would he have temptation, I guess? But he knows something is wrong. He knows that it's not, like, just him. He knows that there's a thing happening, but he's not sure what it is.
Yeah, he has been so steadfast throughout the rest of these books that this is surprising him. He's like, normally I can shut it down and, like, not even regret shutting it down. Like, no, I didn't want to do that. Beautiful or not, doesn't matter. It would be wrong. Done. It's at a purely moral and logical level. This seems to be the first time that he's physically
like animalistic
having
about it.
to fight himself. Yeah. But
yeah, and it's weird because like with Marissa and Nikki, he was like actively attracted to them in his mind, so he didn't not regret. He did not regret.
He did not regret it.
Right. Like he didn't want to do it. He knew he didn't want to do it and he was happy that he didn't, but he was also like, man, if I could, I would. You know?
If I was single.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So he doesn't, I don't know, it's a definite different feeling here because he doesn't feel that way, it seems, when he's thinking logically about this woman. It's just this weird, like, pull for him.
Well, and we also know that Kat, while she's a beautiful woman, she's also not crazy beautiful. Like, she's
older,
beautiful,
I think, too.
By just society standards. Like, she's a good-looking lady, but she's not
drop down
upend your fucking marriage or future marriage to be with this woman either.
Yeah.
You know, so there has to be something else. because this is not the pure embodiment of lust.
Yes, that we've met before.
That Nikki is, it's just a lady.
Well, he doesn't have much time to think on exactly what is going on because the door opens and Kat comes in wearing basically fucking nothing.
He was just about to cut it off when...
And she starts begging him to be with her or she's gonna die. She's gonna die if she can't fuck Richard right now. And he doesn't want her to die. It makes him, sad to think about.
In the minute, he's like, oh, that's a pretty good argument.
Yeah. Gotta save lives. That's what the secret thing's all about, right?
It's my job. That's how bad porno starts. Oh no, I have to do this.
I have to use my sword, but not that sword.
Wow, chicka wow.
But so when she comes in the room, he loses any thoughts of anything but being with her. He allows her to push him back onto the bed. And the whole time she's keeping her hand behind her back, which is super sus, but he doesn't have thoughts for it. He's just like, cool, we're doing it.
Now, okay, so when I read this, I thought, it's not going to be anything good if she's all like, hey man, let's fuck. And you're like, okay, yeah, let's fuck. And she has a little surprise that she's not willing to show you until after you agreed to do that. I don't know. I mean, hey. People do whatever it is that you're into, but I guess the thought crossed my mind that she's hiding it from him because he's not going to be into it.
Oh, so you're not
right?
thinking it's a pair of, fuzzy handcuffs. You're thinking, worst case scenario.
I want to see the handcuffs right away. Like, cool, let's do it.
Yeah, you're bringing toys in, you need to be up front.
Exactly. Exactly. What am I getting into, or vice versa? But yeah, I thought that was funny. You're about to get it on, and you're like, wait, what do you have?
Why are you doing that right now? Why is your hand there? You're being weird. Okay, so as they're laying back on the bed, a thought of Kaylin again pops up into his brain, and Richard decides to give himself into his gift, knowing it only works on instinct. This has happened before when he's been like, I don't know what the fuck to do when he killed Liliana in the woods.
Right.
He was like, I have no options, and he gave over, and he was able to kill her. So he does this. Suddenly, everything becomes clear, which is... I'm sorry, but, why didn't you do this before? It's such a simple thing that he's like, all he had to do was let go and give into his gift, and all of a sudden, the problem is pretty much solved, because he's like, oh shit! She is just this lady I have no feelings for trying to hit on me, and she's covered in magic. This isn't what I want to be doing.
Right. It all comes slamming back to him like, okay, you're not that good looking, and I got a lady. What the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah.
No.
So at the...
Cold shower moment. Just... Poof.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, shit.
At precisely the right moment, he sees the knife coming for him and is able to dive away. Which, this all happens in, the span of, I'm sure, a minute. This happens very quickly.
Yeah, tops. I mean, she pushes him down on the bed, and he's all like, all right, gotta give in to the magic, and that, I'm guessing, only took a few seconds right there. So this happened fast.
When he goes to keep her from coming at him again, because that wasn't her only attack, she's gonna keep going. Well.
Sorry.
He senses a Merizwith, and... this thing swiftly materializes and then kills the bitch, and Richard makes to attack it, because obviously you would. These things have been attacking people left and fucking right. Obviously it's coming for him next. The Merizwith stops him, though, and is like, yo, I saved you, skin brother. Peace, and dives out the window.
I love that. Yo, skin brother, peace. You have a good one. I mean, yeah, at first, you want him to kill the Merizwith. Right? They have killed innocent people, but I thought it was funny that it's like, no, and he stops, and Richard didn't add something in, like, oh, by the way, thanks for doing that. I was really struggling there. But I don't know, just the fact that it said, no, don't, and called him skin brother, yeah, you could be curious, and it did get away, but like I said, it already killed innocent people. You would want to kill it.
Well, I think that is stereotyping. We don't know that this Merizwith killed anybody except Kat. Just because he looks like other Merizwith, Nate. You can't say.
Don't. Come on.
What I'm wondering about is, like, was that dude creeping in that room? How long was he there? When did he show up? What the fuck?
That's what I mean. If you can capture him and ask him questions. But short of that, yeah, you'd probably want to kill it.
He was just hanging out in your bedroom.
How long was it there?
Yeah, watching you.
Now, isn't there something about Richard sensing the Mriswith and then he can't sense them anymore? Like they are there and then they are not there? So it might stand to reason that it was not there before this whole thing happened and suddenly he sensed it.
Oh, yeah, I think whenever they're around, I mean, as long as he's paying attention, he can sense them. Which just makes me think either it wasn't there or the magic that was, like, he was so fucked up because of the magic with Catherine that he didn't notice it. Like, he was so distracted.
Well, that
he
I can
didn't
believe.
sense the Mriswith standing in the corner of the room like, am I gonna watch him fuck?
I've been sent to observe the mating ritual.
So, after gaining his composure, okay, Richard takes a closer look at Kat's body, noting she's just a regular woman. She's nothing special, so Of course it had to be magic that was making him so horny. He would never have been so tempted by a normal woman.
It's the going home with somebody from the bar rule. If at 2 she's a 10, at 10 she'll be a 2. He's like, wait, that?
That's what I was doing?
What the fuck was I thinking?
I just want to say, though, okay, it's super shitty, but I feel like it doesn't take a supermodel, like you said, if you're at a bar late at night or whatever, it doesn't take a supermodel to make a lot of people cheat. Maybe not a lot. Most people who do cheat, it doesn't take, like, the hottest person on the world to make them do it. If they were in Richard's situation, away from his person for extended periods of time, not really getting any real-life poon, by the way, he got it one time in the spirit world.
And we've had debates about whether that even counts, really, so...
Right. So, being away from her, being with somebody who's, like, throwing themselves at you, also being surrounded by people who are willing to allow you to do anything you fucking want, and, like, cover for you, or not really give a shit, either way, what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, it would make a fair amount of people be tempted to cheat, even without magic being involved.
It's the crime, what is it called? Oh, I don't remember. If you knew you could kill somebody and get away with it, nobody would ever find out, and maybe not even kill, could you fuck somebody and nobody would ever know? Would you?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, granted, even if you were in a long-term, like a lot of people who are in long-term relationships have that happen, even if they're with their person every day. Richard hasn't been with Caitlin for quite a while.
Yeah,
so,
this is a long-distance thing, and we all know that's difficult.
Yeah, so, okay, it's not that these people are good people, but, like, a lot of people cheat down, so it's not surprising that you would hook up with somebody who isn't necessarily in your standards, just because you're doing it, you know? And so, okay, I get those people aren't Richard, and they're not good people, and they have an epic love, so maybe I should just shut up.
Well, yeah, I would say that Richard, of all people, probably has an advantage to a situation like this. Plus, Richard's hot, right? So he probably gets at least eye batting all the time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. He doesn't feel the want to do this now that it's all been revealed to him what it is. He's like, no.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, in standard, normal people lives, that's not an uncommon thing to happen without magic being involved.
Yeah, so, this would be difficult for anybody.
So after realizing that Kat is decidedly not hot, he also realizes that one of Kat's nipples is fake, and he is able to wipe it off.
Okay, so a couple of things. First, I don't know why that implies that fuckery is afoot.
He immediately knew it was connected.
Yeah.
She didn't have a deformity she was born with, or an accident or anything. For sure, it was magic.
Maybe, exactly. Like, hey, maybe she was just born with one tit. Are you gonna be mean because the girl's got one tit? Okay. Whatever.
Not tit, nip.
Yeah, not the whole thing, just the nipple.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got one.